Fybroids. Uterine fibroids are more common than you think. Up to 80% of women develop them at some time during their reproductive years, although most women don't experience any symptoms at all, as their fibroids are very small. It's not until the fibroid starts to cause problems that some women go for a diagnosis. These types of symptoms would include swelling in the abdomen, frequent urination or digestive complaints similar to IBS, and depending on where a large fibroid is located, painful or heavy periods. If your fibroid is located near the cervix, you may experience pain during sexual intercourse. There are many ways to detect fibroids. A doctor can feel for them in a pelvic exam or perform an ultrasound test to determine whether you have fibroids and how large these tumours are. They can also be detected via X-ray, CAT scan and HSG. An HSG is a hysterosalpingogram. Some methods of getting a definitive diagnosis are quite drastic. These include laparoscopy surgery or a hysteroscopy, which are both invasive procedures that require anaesthetic. Your doctor will offer you two options depending on how severe your fibroids are: pharmaceutical drugs or surgery. The drugs prescribed for fibroids are usually forms of birth control pills. These pills introduce artificial progesterone in the body to stop fibroids from growing, but they can also stop you from getting pregnant. Another drug is called a gonadotropin-releasing hormone antagonist, and this can be prescribed to reduce the body's production of hormones. The side effects of these drugs can be quite severe in some women, as they bring on a state similar to menopause. This means you could experience hot flushes, insomnia, decreased sex drive, depression, joint pain, and a loss of bone density. They're also not an option if you'd like to have a baby either. There are also surgical options for fibroids, which include hysterectomy, myomectomy, and uterine fibroid embolization. For some women, surgery is not a viable option because they're afraid of going under the knife or worried about the risks, so they look for alternative options that are non-invasive and have none of the side effects that the drugs have. When I see clients with fibroids, the first thing I would advise a client to do is change her diet. This would involve eating more organic fruits and vegetables, reducing the amount of meat and dairy products eaten, and switch to the organic options as well. The reason for this is that most food purchased in the supermarket has been treated with chemicals at some stage, and it's these chemicals that are what cause fibroids to grow so quickly. Unfortunately, these chemicals cannot be broken down by the body, so instead they accumulate. This is why women find that their fibroids are getting worse as they get older. The chemicals just build up and cause more fibroid growth. Getting rid of these chemicals require a 28-day body cleanse, during which you can increase your intake of green superfoods, which help the body to remove these chemicals even faster. There's also herbal remedies that you can take, but getting rid of these chemicals is probably the first thing that I would recommend that you do. You can watch more videos on how to get rid of fibroids and download a copy of my free report, which outlines the 7 steps to becoming free of fibroids at www.fybroidsetc.com.